Welcome to Star Snip Gossip. Today we cover one of the most controversial comeback attempts Hollywood has seen in years, and that is Jonathan Majors. Not long ago, this guy was everywhere. Jonathan Majors was the new golden boy of Hollywood. Critics loved him, studios trusted him, and Marvel literally built the future of the MCU around him. He played Kang the Conqueror and appeared in huge projects like Loki and Ant-Man and the Wasp. The plan was simple. Kang was supposed to be the next Thanos-level villain running the entire Marvel saga for years. Then everything exploded. In March 2023, police arrested Majors in New York after a domestic dispute with his girlfriend at the time, Grace Jabbari. She accused him of assault after an argument, and the story instantly became one of the biggest scandals in Hollywood. Jonathan initially denied the accusations. His legal team even tried to push the idea that he was the victim. But as the case went to trial, the situation got uglier and uglier. Text messages were released, 911 calls were discussed, and prosecutors presented evidence about the altercation. Then the real bombshell moments started dropping. In December 2023, a jury found Jonathan Majors guilty of misdemeanor assault and harassment. He was acquitted of some of the more serious charges, but the damage was already done. The court later ordered him to complete a year-long domestic violence counseling program instead of sending him to jail. Hollywood reacted instantly. Marvel Studios fired him within hours of the verdict. The studio had spent years building their entire storyline around Kang, but after the conviction, they pulled the plug completely. The Kang storyline was scrapped and the franchise shifted directions, eventually replacing the main villain with Doctor Doom in future Avengers movies. And it didn't stop there. Projects started disappearing one after another. He was dropped from films, his talent agency cut ties, and the industry that once treated him like the next superstar suddenly wanted nothing to do with him. But the drama didn't end with the court case. At one point, a leaked audio recording surfaced that made the situation even worse. In the recording, Majors allegedly admitted to being aggressive during an earlier confrontation with Jabbari. The clip circulated widely online and added more fuel to the controversy. Then more reports started appearing claiming that other women had privately contacted prosecutors about alleged abusive behavior in past relationships. Not all of those claims became criminal cases, but the headlines alone were enough to seriously damage his reputation. Meanwhile, Jabbari also filed a civil lawsuit accusing him of assault and defamation. That legal battle dragged on until both sides eventually settled the case and agreed to dismiss the lawsuit. By that point, Jonathan Majors had gone from Hollywood's fastest rising star to one of the most controversial actors in the industry. For a while, he basically disappeared from the spotlight. No big red carpets, no major roles, no Marvel appearances. The guy who was supposed to lead the next phase of superhero movies was suddenly out of the biggest franchise in the world. Majors has completed the counseling program ordered by the court, and he's slowly trying to rebuild his career. Interviews started appearing where he talked about therapy, personal reflection, and trying to move forward. He also opened up about traumatic experiences from his childhood, saying he had suffered abuse when he was young and had been unpacking that in therapy. But the biggest comeback move is happening behind the scenes. In 2026, Majors quietly returned to a film set for the first time since the scandal. The twist is that it's not a big Hollywood blockbuster. Instead, he's starring in a smaller action movie backed by conservative media company The Daily Wire, which some critics say shows just how far his career has fallen from the Marvel spotlight. This is the same actor who was once supposed to dominate the Marvel universe for the next decade. Now he's trying to restart his career in smaller productions while the industry watches from a distance. Public opinion is still deeply divided. Some fans say people deserve second chances and believe Majors is a talented actor who should work again. Others say the conviction and the controversy around the case make it impossible to look at him the same way. Meanwhile, Marvel has already moved on. The studio reshaped its entire future, bringing back familiar stars and shifting the villain storyline away from Kang completely. His rise was incredibly fast, his downfall was even faster. And now he's trying to climb back into an industry that has a very short memory when things go well, but a very long memory when scandals explode. Whether this comeback actually works is still a huge question. Because in Hollywood, sometimes redemption stories happen, and sometimes the door closes forever. Right now, Jonathan Majors is standing right in front of that door, trying to push it open again.